friend or loved one disappearing without explanation is a scary thought. However, what you might not realize is that these things happen all the time. But what's more is that there are specific cases that have happened in the past of individuals disappearing that were so especially strange, so mysterious in nature, that to this day not a single person, including the authorities, has any idea what happened to them. Here are the 10 most mysterious missing person cases. Number 10 is Susan Walsh. The disappearance of Susan Walsh is a puzzle. The last time that she was seen was outside of her home in New Jersey in July of 1996. No one knows what happened to her, but what makes the disappearance so strange is that Susan was an investigative reporter and had been investigating an underground vampire roleplay community at the time. She had also previously written a story about the Russian mafia trafficking individuals. Some believe either the Russian mafia or someone from the vampire community in New York City was trying to silence her. Just 2 days before her disappearance, Susan told a colleague that she had a stalker. It was later revealed that inside her apartment, the July page from the calendar had been torn out. No one knows what was written on that page and whether it pointed towards her eventual fate. Number 9 is Heather Teague. Heather Teague disappeared on August 26, 1995. Whatever happened to her, Heather's suspected final moments are chilling. A witness claimed to be using a telescope and happened to see Heather sunbathing in her swimsuit on the shore of Newburgh Beach in Henderson County, Kentucky. Some have speculated that the witness was spying on her, but the witness told police that he watched in horror as a man came out of the woods, grabbed Heather at gunpoint, and dragged her back into the tree line. This was the last time anyone saw her. Since then, Heather's family has been searching for answers, but so far none have been forthcoming. A string of bizarre events did follow Heather's abduction, including a suspect committing suicide and discrepancies in police records surrounding the case, which to this day remains open. Number 8 is Juan Martinez. The disappearance of Juan Pedro Martinez in 1986 is one of the most perplexing missing persons cases of all time. The disappearance occurred in Spain when Juan, a 10-year-old boy, traveled with his mother and father across the country. Juan's father was a truck driver and was transporting 20,000 liters of sulfuric acid at that time. As Juan's father's truck descended down a steep mountain road, his truck did not brake and reached 140 kilometers an hour. The truck was out of control, recklessly running other traffic off the road. Finally, the truck crashed. Passengers were killed either in the impact or by sulfuric acid which poured over them from the truck's trailer. What makes the disappearance so strange is that only 2 bodies were ever recovered, and a witness claimed to see a passenger stop at the crash and take Juan away. He was never seen again. Number 7 is Teresa Ann Bia. Teresa Ann Bia was 16 years old when she vanished. She was last seen on June 1st, 1987, heading off to a camping trip with her friend Russell Welsh, a 43-year-old man. Their goal was to investigate Bigfoot sightings and hopefully find evidence for the mythological creature. Despite a 16-year-old girl traveling with a 43-year-old man causing concern, the two still headed into the Nevada mountain range. When Russell Welsh appeared several days later, he said Teresa had been taken by the Bigfoot creature. Welsh was charged with child stealing, but the charges were eventually dropped. Police offered Welsh a deal that if he admitted to killing Teresa and told authorities where he hid the body, they would give him a light sentence. However, Welsh maintained that Bigfoot took her, and poor Teresa was never found. Number 6 is Loria Bible and Ashley Freeman. Loria Bible and Ashley Freeman both disappeared in Welsh, Oklahoma on December 30th, 1999. Ashley was celebrating her 16th birthday with her parents and her friend Loria. During the night, a fire broke out in Ashley's home. The fire department discovered Ashley's mother's body inside the home, but no one else. An autopsy revealed that Ashley's mother had been shot dead, and that the fire had been started deliberately. Bizarrely, the body of Ashley's father was overlooked by police and eventually found at the scene by Loria's parents. That's when things took an even darker turn, when it was revealed that Ashley's father had warned his brother that he was in a feud with the local sheriff's department over the wrongful shooting of his son, and that if anything ever happened to him, to blame them. To this day, Loria and Ashley are still missing. Number 5 is Bison Daly. Bison Daly played pro basketball for the Chicago Bulls as well as the LA Clippers. However, one day he simply mysteriously disappeared. After retiring, Daly took a boat in 2002 and sailed to Tahiti. This included his girlfriend and a skipper to sail the boat, along with Daly's brother Miles. However, ultimately only Miles ever came off that boat. He was arrested for murder, but at first claimed that Daly's girlfriend had been accidentally killed, and that Daly had murdered the skipper to keep it quiet. He then turned on Miles, who killed Daly in self-defense. Others believe that Miles, who committed suicide before the case progressed, had murdered them all over money. Miles' lawyer later revealed that Miles had told him that Daly and his girlfriend were actually alive, and that he'd help them disappear. Unless Daly one day emerges at some point, we will never know the truth. Number 4 is Brandon Lawson. After leaving his San Angelo home on August 9, 2013, Brandon Lawson disappeared. While investigators cannot be certain what happened to him, it seems clear that he encountered something horrific in the woods. His truck had broken down in the middle of the night, and so Brandon called his brother to ask him to come to pick him up. When his brother arrived, he found the truck on a woodland road, but no Brandon. The last anyone heard from Brandon was when he called 911 during the night, talking about running into something in the woods and needing help. That's when the call went silent, and in a garbled message, it sounded as if Brandon had been caught by whoever or whatever was chasing him. His body was never recovered. Number 3 is Michael Donaghy.
The KKK is planning an attack.
How do you propose to make this investigation?
I'm going undercover in the Ku Klux Klan.
You ready?
Born ready.
The wars are coming.
I gotta get in deeper with these guys. That's what I'm talking about. Power to the people.
Black Klansman in theaters August 10th.
Michael Wayne Donaghy went missing on March 24th, 1991. He was only 4 years old at the time, and his disappearance puzzled investigators because of how many people were around him when he vanished. Michael was seen at 12:30 p.m. having fun and playing in a school playground in Victoria, British Columbia. Michael's father was nearby as they were both there to watch Michael's mother at a football practice. Suddenly, Michael was gone and no one knew where he went. It's estimated that he was just meters away from his parents when he disappeared. Despite a reward of $100,000 for information on his whereabouts, no one came forward, and the police say that they have no active leads. Michael's disappearance shocked the city of Victoria, but remains unsolved. Number 2 is Oscar Zeta Acosta. Oscar Zeta Acosta is most famous for being the sidekick lawyer of famed journalist Hunter S. Thompson. Their drug-fueled adventures have been written about extensively and famously captured in the film Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. However, Acosta is also known for vanishing without a trace in 1974. It happened while he was on a trip to Mexico. He had told his son that he was going on a boat trip, but for who was on the boat, no one knows. Some have speculated that it may have been drug dealers. Acosta was known for mouthing off, and it may have been that he mouthed off to the wrong people on the trip. Another theory is that he had a complete psychological breakdown while on the boat and is in a psychiatric ward somewhere in Mexico. Either way, his disappearance has added to his legend over the years. And number 1 is Sabrina Eisenberg. In November of 1997 in Valrico, Florida, Sabrina Eisenberg was sleeping soundly in her crib. By the morning, the crib was empty. 5-month-old Sabrina had disappeared. The police suspected her parents were involved, but the parents claimed someone had come into the house through an unlocked garage door. Someone who had been waiting for an opportunity to take Sabrina. The charges against the parents were dropped, and both of them believe to this day that someone who couldn't have a child stole their baby. At the time of this video, 2 separate women have come forward suspecting that they may be Sabrina. DNA tests are pending, but until they are revealed, no one knows what happened to Sabrina as she lay there in her crib at home where she should have been safe. Thank you for watching, but we're not done yet. On your screen, there's 2 more videos that you can tap to check out right now. Or if you want to check out all of my most recent videos, you can tap that little iCard in the corner of your screen. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.
Wondering how I upgraded to this amazing penthouse? A 1,200 square foot bathroom and my very own indoor spa. Basically, everything a dog could want. First, I nudged my human in the right direction by helping her get started on her Wells Fargo mortgage application. All I had to do was give her the look. You know the one. Then, she just had to answer some questions about her and her finances. Since my human was signed on to her Wells Fargo online account, they filled out some of it for her. It was like, so simple. Anytime she had questions, she could just call the home mortgage humans. Basically, if you want to upgrade to a place like mine, just get your human to call a Wells Fargo mortgage consultant or start their online application. I've never seen my human so happy. What would she do without me?